Hey guys, Donna here, your virtual health coach. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to make a video today because it is January 18th, and this is about the time that people lose their steam as it applies to New Year's resolutions. Now, if this is you, if you are a person who creates New Year's resolutions or yearly goals, then you might notice that you're not feeling as motivated as you were at the beginning of the year, or even maybe at the end of last year. This is such a common thing that people experience because motivation is something that ebbs and flows. It's not something that we can rely on to sustain our behaviors, right? So what I want to say to this is that normal. We just can't be motivated every single day. I've been someone who cares about a healthy lifestyle for many, many, many years, and I can tell you that there are many days that I don't feel motivated. So coming from that standpoint, as well as the standpoint of working as a coach with people over the years, here are some things that I wanted to share with you. One, I want you to know that discipline outweighs motivation. Discipline is not something sexy that we like talking about because we think of, well, we're either born with it or, it's not, I'm just not good. I'm not a very disciplined person. And I would argue differently because here, let me give you some examples of where you might be disciplined, or I encourage you actually to think about the places in your life where you are disciplined, but I'm going to give you examples too. So one of the areas that you may find yourself disciplined is work. For example, you are disciplined to go to work every single day. You might not feel motivated to go to work every day, but you're disciplined, you show up. The same applies to, let's say, being disciplined about paying your bills. I don't know anyone who's too excited to pay bills. I mean, we would love to not have bills, right? But you're still disciplined, you're still paying your bills. So discipline is something that we do, even though we don't always want to do it, but it's just something that we do, and we make it a priority and we're committed to it. And so the same applies for our health. And I want you to think of ways that you can build that discipline muscle as it applies to your health, whether it's creating healthy habits, like starting with one healthy habit and then stacking it an additional habit. Once you're good at that habit, stacking on another one to it. Or if you have a habit that you're already doing, stacking another one to it. So for example, let's say every day you are getting your coffee ready in the morning. Maybe while you're getting your coffee ready in the morning, you could be drinking, your 16 ounces of water to start your day and to help nourish your cells. So you start there and then you keep building up to that. So that is one thing, discipline, just deciding that this is something that is important to you. It's a priority to you. And that no matter what, even when your motivation is low, you're going to be disciplined enough to do the thing. Now, I want to say this with a caveat. Discipline does not mean that you're going to show up for yourself. Let's say it's an exercise program. Let's say it's going to the gym 5 days a week. It does not mean that you are going to show up on the day that you're just not feeling well at all and you really should be at home resting. Discipline is showing up on those days that you are feeling well, but you're just not really motivated to do so. But honoring your body is always, always, always important. So I wanted to say that. Now, another thing to think about is that consistency is going to outweigh intensity. So I would rather let's just continue using the example of working out. I would rather you show up at the gym or go on a walk and just show up there at the same time every day, or just show up there when you said that you would, when you scheduled that time for yourself. Even if it means that you're only going to put 1% effort, because let's say that's all you have in your tank that day. 1% effort is better than zero. And so you'll find that when you're consistently doing something, let's say it is showing up at the gym Monday through Friday and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, it's just something that becomes part of your daily routine, what you do, your weekday routine. And so it's not something that you question anymore because it's just the thing that you do. And I like to use the example of brushing our teeth. Like, no one has to tell you to go brush your teeth because you consistently have been doing it over the years. You don't even really question anymore. You just do it, right? And so just show up. Consistency is definitely going to outweigh intensity. And the last thing that I wanted to say is that progress outweighs perfection. And this kind of goes along with the consistency over intensity. Same idea here is that you are just any amount of progress that you're making is going to be something that's more beneficial to you versus you aiming for perfection. Perfection is very hard to achieve, and it's just not sustainable. Let's say you achieved it once or twice, let's say you have the perfect workout or the quote unquote perfect meal, whatever that is. It's just not something that's sustainable. So don't go for that. Go for those small wins. Go for those just movements forward, just taking a step, one step forward, another step, another step, another step. So build some momentum into your the healthy habits that you're trying to make and the changes that you're trying to make. So point is, I know that motivation is not something that we can lean into. That said, there are ways to increase our motivation, and you've got to find what it is that does it for you. Whether it is, again, let's use the example of working out, whether it is having music that excites you or that, pumps you up and you want to be listening to, or a podcast or something that is inspirational and it gets you moving. Or maybe you're watching a YouTube video of someone who's working out and that gets you going too. Whether it's calling on a friend to come join you, or a coach, or some kind of accountability partner, or actually something that is very motivating is looking back at how much progress you've made so far. Sometimes looking ahead can be harder because we have an idea of what we want to achieve, and yes, we're excited about what that vision is and what the possibilities and the potential is, but it's perhaps not something that we've had. But if you look at the progress that you've made, even from say last week or a couple of weeks, then that would motivate you because you're ahead of where you started from. So anyways, I just wanted to share that because I don't want you to feel deflected if you've lost steam. I don't want you to feel like, well, all is lost because I'm not motivated anymore. So here we go. I'll just leave it for next season. Like in the spring, I'll pick it back up, or I'll pick it back up next year. That'll be my year. No, every day is a new possibility for you to start again. Heck, every hour is a new possibility. So, just, remember those little tips that I mentioned, that discipline is going to outweigh motivation, and that consistency is going to outweigh intensity, and that progress is going to outweigh perfection. And yeah, I hope it was helpful. I felt the need to share this with you today. And if there's something that specific in this video that resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Or if you'd like for me to delve deeper, would love to hear that as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're as healthy as you can be. And if not, that you're doing everything that you can to get there. Good seeing you. And we'll chat next time. Bye.